Today, I'll be showing you how I do my KYDEX sheaths, but this video is going to be a little different because I won't be doing a KYDEX sheath for one of my knives. This will actually be for a friend of mine who helped me set up this CNC machine that I'll show off later on. But here is the knife. Pretty cool looking blade. We'll get a close up here shortly. But this knife is a handmade piece, handmade Damascus. All USA made, by the way. This guy is a local knife maker here in Delaware, and he asked me if I could do a KYDEX sheath for his knife. The KYDEX sheath is going to look something like, hopefully you can see that, looks something like that. Kind of moving my phone around in case there's glare. And before we get started, if you like knife videos, be sure to hit the subscribe because that is what I post. My name is Jack Billings, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so we're going to need our respirator, knife, tape, Sharpie, pair of scissors, and that's about it for the main materials. Now, just going to wipe down the mask. For all you knife makers out there, I encourage you to clean your mask, and obviously wear a mask, but I encourage you to clean your mask too. I clean mine before I get in the shop every day, or at least before I start working. That way it'll keep you from being exposed to more germs than you need. I mean, nothing wrong with a germ or two, but these masks can get pretty nasty. So just clean them up. Then I also clean my hat a little bit, just right there where it's going to be on my forehead, just because that gets dirty too. Alright, here we go. Got the knife, got the case. Let's take a look. What a beautiful blade. That is nice. I have to check on what type of wood that is. But that is a nice pattern wood. It's a nice Damascus too. You can see on the very edge, kind of where the spine is. Actually on the spine too, you can see a little bit of texturing there. That is all done by hand with a file. So Sam, he does a great job. Does great work. And a nice case to go with it too. Hopefully by the end of this video, the KYDEX sheath can fit in that case. Alright, we got our tape. We're going to start with our blue masking tape. This is going to give a little layer between the knife and the KYDEX sheath, because otherwise, first off, when the KYDEX gets hot, your knife is going to stick to it. And number two, it just allows a little room for the knife to slide in and out of the sheath. So just by doing this, by getting a nice seal, that way it's all together. And if you look at the top right there, I have the US Tonto and the 2023 Tuatara. Those are a few blades I make. If you want to go check them out, you can go to shedknives.com. I greatly appreciate it. I also do KYDEX sheaths for those. Oh no, Jack, don't do that, don't do that. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to have to take that piece of tape off, but that's okay. This is a learning experience. Everything I do is learning, even if I have to learn through messing something up, but this wasn't too bad. It's alright. Also, I recommend you getting some high quality tape. This tape I bought, it's like generic tape, nothing like too fancy. This is really off-brand tape. You will see why it is off-brand at the end. So get something quality. It's worth the extra few dollars. Now I'm just making sure everything is sealed and ready to go and looking good. Here we go, fling the scissors. And let's trim this bad boy up. Let's get all that extra tape off, so then it'll look real nice and neat in that KYDEX sheath. Because any extra KYDEX, or excuse me, any extra tape will be shown through that KYDEX sheath. So you want everything to be as flush as possible. Now we have my photo. This was a reference. So I'm going to try and make my knife look like that in the sheath. So I got a nice piece of square KYDEX. Look at that. Oh, boom, 375 degrees right directly on the KYDEX. And I didn't even know it. This is a first, my friends. This is a first. There we go. You see it's stuck on there. The white sheet should be in between the KYDEX and the plate. I gotta say, so it kind of doesn't look like I know what I'm doing, but let me tell you, I have done hundreds of KYDEX sheaths. It's when I do the custom ones, it kind of throws me off a little bit. But that's okay, that's okay. Also, you can tell I've done so many because I literally broke the KYDEX press. I broke it right off. I've done that many. Here we go. So now we have the sheet in the right spot. We peel that off. Sticky side of the KYDEX goes on the sticky side. There we go. Knife goes in nice and firm. Put that spine all the way to the end. This is a taco KYDEX, by the way. Now we're going to get this thing in there nice and tight. Push it all the way to the bottom. There we go, Jack. Good work. Now we tighten this KYDEX press. And this is going to give us the form we need. So just press, press, press until you cannot anymore. And in the meantime, I'm going to sort some sanding belts. These are all used belts. This is from my hollow grinding. If you want to learn how I do my hollow grinds, you can check that out. If you haven't subscribed to Shed Knives already, hey, by the way, you should probably do that because that makes pretty cool knife videos. If you're still watching, I appreciate it. Now, I'm going to get my mask on now that all of the Clorox bleach stuff has evaporated because I obviously don't want to breathe that in. So we're just going to get set up there. Organize a few things. This is all while that is cooling down. And since this is kind of a one-off piece, usually when I'm doing full on my 2023 or working on 2024 knives, I will be letting the KYDEX cool like I'm doing right now with that air compressor, and then I'll be doing something to get the next process ready. Alright, here we go. And that next process was really just cleaning the table, so I had to do that. Now we're going to draw, or I should say I'm going to draw. I am drawing. I'm going to just freestyle this. This is not easy, by the way. It looks easy, but once again, I've done hundreds of KYDEX sheaths, so that's why I can get it in one try. And yes, that's right, I hold my pen and pencil that way. Looks a little funny, but yes, been doing that for a while. Alright, now that's done, it is time to take this knife out of the KYDEX. So just some nice gentle, or not so gentle, smacks to get it out. Perfect. Set that knife down. And we're going to turn our machine on, our bandsaw. Look at this bad boy. Now let's go ahead and drill. Or should I say cut. Please note, while you're cutting your KYDEX, leave a little extra room. I like to cut on the outside of the Sharpie, not the inside. You can always remove material, but you can never add it back. That is a saying I have said for a long time, my friends, and I encourage you to use that as well. So see what I'm doing. I'm leaving excess material because I know down the line I can always grind it off. I can always grind more off because the time it would take to redo this, I mean, we're already 8 minutes in, almost 9 minutes in, and that's with edits, by the way. I'm already probably 15 minutes into this, 20 minutes in. So it's okay just to add a little more. Or keep a little more material. Here we go. We're going to get these two holes right. We're going to drill them. And just remember, no pressure. If you get them wrong, you just have to start again. But hey, it's all practice. It's all experience. I didn't get them right the first time every time. But with enough practice, with enough KYDEX sheaths, with enough whatever you're trying to do, you'll make it happen. And you'll get faster over time, of course. So just wheeling this machine over. This was my second belt sander I got of the 2x36s, or my fourth belt sander overall. So pretty cool machine here. Now I'm just going to gently grind away that KYDEX, really grind away that Sharpie, because the Sharpie, that is the outline. So I just, if I grind that away, I'll expose that nice shape that I'm going for. And if you're wondering what belt I'm using, I'm using a 36 grit belt. This is a worn 36. It's not brand new, so I'm using that. Everything I do in the shop is practically 36 grit belts. They just work. They work really nice. I tried some belts that were a little more coarse than 36 grit. I don't know, wasn't a fan. They seem to wear away too fast. Where 36 grit, I don't know, for me and the materials I work with, KYDEX and 154 cm steel, and also G10, but the CNC will take care of that G10 shortly. But anyways, 36 grit just seems to work for me. There we go, we got a nice shape. Check that out. Look at that, that looks good. Now we're going to use this polishing buffing wheel. I'll be honest with you, I have no clue what the name of this is. All I know is that it works, and I think that's what matters the most. So I've got a few of these. Make sure as you're using this, you can see I have some lines on the center of that wheel. You just want to try and smooth those lines out over time. Otherwise, your KYDEX is going to get in the grooves and it'll look funny. So just try and smooth that out. If you don't have one of these wheels, you can use a buffer or just a very high grit belt sander. Or belt. Sanding belt. There we go. Alright, now time for air compressor time. Just get all of that junk out. Grab my knife. Yes, as a fixed blade maker and enthusiast, I do carry a folder sometimes. Primarily while I'm in the shop. Actually, this folding knife has been discontinued. So, pretty cool. But anyways, I'm just getting all the junk from the KYDEX grinding out. Let me tell you, air compressors, they work wonders. If you can get one, this one isn't super big. That's why it's refilling every few seconds. But it works. Now, just going to clear those holes out for the 2 grommets. Make sure your grommets match the thickness of the KYDEX. There's a range for KYDEX thickness, and there's a range for grommet thickness. Make sure they match, because otherwise you'll have too much of a grommet or too little. So just plug those things in. There we go, they look nice. Now we sealed the sheath. We're going to get back onto the little buffer thing here. This is specifically for KYDEX, by the way. That's why I kind of forget the name. There's a specific name for this, but you can go to holstersmith.com and you can pick them up there. They have a really nice selection, different grits. They are not sponsoring this video yet. So anyways, just gonna do that. And by the way, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I've been making knives for quite a long time now. I have a full line of knives I've been releasing every year since 2019. We're moving into 2024 into my best line yet. Gonna be awesome. So if you have any knife making questions or just knife questions in general, hey, let me know. Drop it down in a comment. Send me an email. I'd love to know. Yes, I still use email for comments. I'll respond. I don't care. And also, I don't just do YouTube videos. I have a variety of other knife and outdoor resources. You can go to shedknives.com, where I also have the Shed Knives blog, or the SK blog, which goes out every other day at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also check out my Instagram, Facebook, all that social media. I'm on over 10 platforms. You can check them out in the description of the video. So that way you can connect with other knife enthusiasts. So we're getting close to finishing this up, just smoothing everything out. More air compressor. More of it. Here we go. Nice and smooth. You can see the difference. Looks very nice. And you see that little bit of light down there? That is intentional, by the way. That is, they call it like a drain hole. So if the knife is wet, water can drain through the bottom of the sheath. And now I'm speeding this up because taking the tape off, it just takes forever. This is why you need to have quality tape. You don't have to, but it'll help out. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Let's see if it works. Let's see, will it work? And yes, it does. There we go. The first try of the KYDEX sheath is always the hardest, but once you actually get it going, then you get the right angle. This has a little bit of a curve to it, so it took a second. Look at that, not coming out. And I'm not squeezing that sheath, by the way. Some guys do that to kind of pinch the knife. Now, let me tell you, that thing is not coming out. Perfect. Now I just want to shout out the 2023 Skur blades. Those are in the top left. Those two have been, I mean, they're the same blade, but those blades are some amazing knives, and they have been going out for many months now. And man, a lot of people love them. So just want to throw those out there. Here we go. Let's see. Will it fit? Yes, it will. Just had to push it in there. Awesome. So thank you very much for watching. Like I said, my name is Jack Billings. I am the CEO and founder of shedknives. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you know somebody who may find value in this video, go ahead and hit the share button. And last thing, my friends, if you are not subscribed, what are you doing? You got to hit the subscribe. I post all sorts of knife videos, outdoor videos, survival skills, anything I can educate you on that I have done before. I like to share it. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.